It was just past midnight when the neon sign of the Lone Creek Motel flickered its usual rhythm across the empty Wyoming highway. Jamie Lawson had been driving for hours, the headlights slicing through a thin veil of fog, when his old car finally coughed and died near the shoulder. His phone was dead, and the GPS signal had vanished miles back. The sight of the dim, blinking vacancy sign felt like a small mercy. Jamie hadn't intended to stop, but exhaustion gnawed at him, and the thick fog made it impossible to see more than a few feet ahead. He parked the car, grabbed his backpack, and approached the motel office, the gravel crunching under his shoes. The building looked like it hadn't been renovated in decades. Wood creaked under the wind, and a single yellow light illuminated the small reception window. He opened the door, and a chime echoed through the empty space. Behind the counter stood an older man, thin and stiff, wearing thick glasses and a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. "Evening," he said. "Looking for a room?" Jamie nodded. "Just one night." The man slid a key across the counter, a small metal key with a tag, Room 7. "Breakfast is at 6. Don't leave your room after midnight," he said flatly. Jamie frowned but forced a polite smile. "Why?" The man didn't answer. He simply stared. Jamie shrugged to himself, paid, and headed up the narrow stairs to the second floor. Room 7 was surprisingly clean. Faded wallpaper, a creaking heater, a narrow bed, and a small window facing the fog-covered parking lot. He set down his bag, made himself some tea with the tiny kettle on the desk, and stared out the window. The fog thickened with every passing minute, swallowing the lone car in the lot, and with it a sense of safety that Jamie hadn't realized he had been holding on to. By 11:48 p.m., he had decided to lie down. Sleep seemed near, but then came a sound, a soft knock on the door. Jamie froze. One knock, pause, 2 knocks. He checked the clock. 12:03 a.m. Past midnight. The old man's warning returned to his mind. Don't leave your room after midnight. A voice followed the knocks, a woman's voice, soft, faintly trembling. "Please, help me. My room key isn't working." Jamie hesitated. Something about the voice seemed off, too flat, too calculated. "Hello?" he said. The voice repeated, "Please, open the door." The doorknob began to twist slowly, metallic scraping, intentional. Jamie's heart pounded. He backed away, the tea still steaming on the desk. The voice changed suddenly. "Jamie?" His name. He froze. He grabbed the phone from the desk, but no dial tone. His cell was dead. Panic set in. He considered running, but the hall outside seemed impossibly long, like the motel itself had shifted. The hallway lights flickered in a strange rhythm. On, off, casting long, jagged shadows along the walls. Jamie's gaze fell on the door again. The knob rattled. Then silence. He approached cautiously. Through the crack beneath the door he saw movement, a dark, impossible shadow. His pulse spiked. Suddenly the door clicked open. No one was there. Only the fog of the hallway seemed thicker, swirling unnaturally. Jamie's instinct screamed to leave. He ran to the window. The latch stuck. He forced it open, the cold night air rushing in. But stepping out, he found himself not on the parking lot, but in a hallway that didn't exist. A warped version of the motel. Wallpaper torn, doors smashed, a musty smell in the air. Room numbers lined the corridor. 3, 4, 5, 6, but no room 7. He ran. The corridor stretched impossibly. Every door he passed seemed to whisper. At the far end, a faint red glow. An exit sign? He reached it, flinging the door open, only to find room 7 again. The same bed, the same lamp, the same cracked window. The old man appeared, standing silently in the corner, his smile unnaturally wide. "No one survives room 7, he said softly. "They never have." Jamie's terror erupted. He grabbed the lamp and smashed the window. Glass shattered. He dove through, landing on asphalt. The motel looked normal now. The neon vacancy sign flickered steadily. His car was untouched. He jumped in, started the engine, and sped away, tears streaming down his face. But as he glanced at his dead phone, the screen flickered. "Room 7 isn't done with you." The fog rolled behind him, and somewhere inside it, he felt eyes watching him. He pressed the gas pedal harder, the motel fading behind him, but the dread lingered.